Hello, my wonderful learners. Welcome once again to another episode of our virtual lesson from Basic 5. This is your facilitator, Sir Emmanuel. We are still going to learn science and integrated science. And then, what are we going to talk about? Diversity of matter. Diversity of matter. And that is a sub-strand or the subtopic we want to talk about is physical and chemical changes. Physical and chemical changes. And the physical and chemical changes can also be called reversible and irreversible. Physical and chemical changes can also be called, physical changes can be called reversible, and chemical changes can be called irreversible. Irreversible. Okay? Now, let's now go to our learning objectives. What are we going to achieve after the end of the lesson? What are we going to talk about? What are we going to learn or achieve? To explain what physical and chemical changes are. To explain what physical and chemical changes are. And also classify activities under chemical and physical changes. And also identify the difference between chemical and physical change. Before we start, take this startup. Mention the 3 states of matter and give example each. Mention the 3 states of matter and give example each. Yes. Gas, good. I love that. Solid, good. And liquid, that is great. Liquid. These are the 3 states of matter. Now let's give example each. Gas, air, that is great. Air. Yes. Ice. I love that. Water. That is good. Water. So these are the 3 states of matter. And then we have air, or you can also see vapor. I want you to mention that one for me. Vapor. And then ice and water. We realize that when we're discussing these states of matter, some things, especially water, was changing in their form. And things were changing into different form. So like ice, when you are heating it, you can get what? Water. So when you heat the ice, or you take the ice from the fridge, what's happened? It turns to what? To water. When you put the water in the fridge, what's happened? It changes to what? To ice. When you are heating water, what happened? You see that the water will evaporating. So you see vapor. So this water can change to different form. So we want to talk about this. So we call this either physical change or chemical change. Either what? Physical change or chemical change. So let's talk about physical change. So what is physical change? We say physical change is also known as what? Reversible change or reversible. It is a type of change where no new substance is formed. No new substance is formed. This is a type of change where no new substance is formed. So this change, no new substance is formed. Examples of reversible changes. 1. Melting of candle wax. You know candle. When you put the candle there and you light it, you see that the candle will be melting. When it's melting, you see the wax. When the candle melts, you see that the wax, there's no change from the candle itself is the same, and the melting too is what is the same. So one example is candle wax. Another example, melting of ice. You see that when you put the water in the fridge, it changes to what? To ice. When you take the ice from the water, what happens? You see water. So there's no change. There's no what? Change. So you can reverse it too. You can what? Reverse it. That's why we call it what? Reversible. You can reverse it back. When this ice, you can reverse it back to water. And the water can be reversed back to what? To ice. So it's reversible. Another one is melting of butter. You know butter that we put in our bread? When you put the butter in the sun, under the sunlight, what happens? You see that the butter will be melting. When you send it back to the cool place, you see that it will change back to its form again. Another example that is not here and I want to give it to you is what? Melting of what? Shea butter. You know shea butter? When you don't take it out, you see that it will melt. When you bring it inside, at the cold place, you see that it will change back to the shea butter, solid again. So these are called reversible materials because that means we can reverse it back to its normal form. And our crumbling of what? Paper. When I take the paper like this and I do it like this, has anything changed? Nothing changes. So we say that this, no new substance is formed. The same paper is being crammed. So this same paper is there again. You can put it there and put iron on it, you get the same paper. Heating of milk. When you heat the milk, no new substance is what? Is formed. So these are some examples of physical change, and they're also known as what? Reversible. Right? Because that means we can reverse it back to its normal what? Form. We can reverse it back to its normal form. When you see this, when you heat it or you melt it, nothing changes. Okay? Nothing, no new substance is formed. Let's now talk about chemical changes. Chemical what? Changes. And that's one we call it irreversible. Irreversible simply means it can be reversed back to its what? Its normal form. So let's now talk about the definition. This is a change when new substances are formed and which leads to formation of new substance. Okay? So when we take this, the chemical change, new substances are formed. When you don't know, you change it to another form, you can't reverse it back. That's why we call it what? Irreversible. Let's take one example. Boiled egg. Okay? Boiled egg. If you boil the egg, can you reverse it back to what? Unboiled egg again? No. No. Or, so let's take examples. Example of irreversible changes. Examples of what? Irreversible changes. Boiling of egg. When you boil egg, you can't reverse it back to its normal what? Form. So that means it's irreversible. And new substance is formed because the egg, the watery egg, will change to what? Solid egg. And you can't reverse it back to what? The egg form again. Okay? Another one, melting of sugar. When you take sugar and just light the matches and try to melt it. See if you can, or put it on the fire. Pour it in the container and put it in the fire or on the stove. You see that the sugar will melt, but you can't reverse it back to what? Sugar again, state again. It will turn. The color will even change. Burning of wood. Burning of what? Wood. Let's burn this wood. When you burn wood, okay? When you burn wood, you burn wood right now. You burn wood. Can you get the wood again? You can't. Or you can get it. You can get it. No, you can't get it. You can't get wood again. So it will turn to what? Ashes. Cooking of food. When you cook wache, can you reverse it back to rice and beans again? No. Burning of paper. Let's practice that one. Let's practice that burning of paper. Let's see if maybe new substance will form or not. I'm going to burn paper. Oh, the air is disturbing me. Let me burn this paper. You see, I'm burning the paper. Okay, look at it. This is ash. Can we get this paper again? We can't get the burn part again. Have you seen that? So when you burn anything like this, Example, wood, when you burn what the name, sugar, you burn anything like this in the form, like you can't get it back. It will change, each substance will change, okay? It will change to new form. So that means this one is ash. You can't get paper again. So we see burning of what? Paper is what? Irreversible change, okay? Or chemical change. So now let's talk about the difference. Difference between reversible and irreversible. Reversible. Reversible, we are saying that for reversible materials, one, it does not lead to formation of new substances. As we said, when you reversible materials, no new substance is formed. You don't see any new substance. The substance is the same because you can reverse it. Okay? But irreversible, it leads to the formation of new substances. It leads to the formation of new, like when we burn the paper, what happened? We saw new substance, right? So we have seen what? Ash. We have seen ash. When you burn wood you see ash. So burning of paper, it's what? It leads to what? Formation of new substances. Number two, substance formed can be reversed to the original one. That is for reversible. We can reverse it back to what? This original one. When you melt water, you put the water in the fridge and it turns to ice, you can change it back to what? To water again. So it's reversible. For under this irreversible, the new substance formed cannot be reversed into the original substance. It can't. It can't. We can't reverse it. The paper we burnt, can we reverse it? No, we can't turn it again. We can't get it back. So it's what? It's irreversible. We can't reverse it back to its original what? Substance. So what have we learned today? We have learned chemical, physical, and chemical changes, and also known as what? Reversible or irreversible. And we talk about what? Physical and chemical changes, and also classify activities under what? Chemical. So when I give you, these are activities. Melting of candle, melting of ice, melting of butter is what? Reversible changes. And when it comes to irreversible changes, you see that burning of egg is irreversible, melting of sugar is irreversible, burning of wood is irreversible. And we talk about some difference between them. Okay, so study hard for me. I love you all. Bye, bye, bye.